So that's not something that'll
Bother
phase
you.
me. Yeah.
Oh.
Um, but we heard that their bowler is quite good on the line and length.
Mm.
And that's good because yesterday some of the guys, well, we'll pick on Ghani now because he's like a oak. But yeah, if Ghani could just bowl a little bit fuller, it'd be a lot more to handle in the middle there. Um,
The umpire just indicating another wide there.
think he's trying to tempt Norby to take on the shorter ball, but Norby is quite patient. So
Well, I could see yesterday
mm,
when he started off really slow, but there was a tiny bit of a collapse up front. So he decided. It seemed like he decided he was gonna as well.
well, me not playing today um, did make it a little bit easier for us to allow them to choose.
Mm.
So yeah,
So who's out today and who's in?
I'm out. And then we've got Yaku in for the what do we call him? Super sub.
So,
Yeah. And so just taking a breather on the knee today. Um, we'll probably go to the other field, get a physio just to look at it, and hopefully back in it today tomorrow.
oh well, let's be honest. Playing 2 days in a row, 45 over games, it's never easy.
Well, I got in the ice bath yesterday. This morning, body's no aches, no pains. Obviously, the knee is a little bit after the dive yesterday, but the ice bath does wonders, eh? That's just something I've done once in my life. We were playing in Porch against the Northerns, Northwest, and a 3-day match. Second day, end of the match. The end of the second day, couldn't walk off the field. So they forced me into the ice bath, and after that, I realized what it does to you and how
Mm.
efficient it is. So since then, when it's available, I'll take it.
Oh no, it's easy.
Mm.
That's when I bought my new house. I made sure I got a jacuzzi. So when you get into the ice bath, you have that feeling of, okay, I can get into the jacuzzi a little bit later.
Yeah.
It might feel a little bit better. But yeah, no, at our age, lactic acids tend to not want to go away.
No, that I've realized as well. So can't say anything about not being old. Old is not for the light-hearted oaks. So getting old is something you get used to. You have to live with it. So, but yeah, it's lucky to be so since I win yesterday, we had a lot of buzz on the WhatsApps and on the guys that couldn't make it, and everybody's is yeah, psyched, and they all want to start getting ready for next year's World Cup opportunities. And some of the senior over 40 guys, the guys that played alongside me with almost exactly the same, had to play. At least the bounce was favorable and didn't hit the wicket.
Like, the bowler's definitely not allowing the batsman to move his feet,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what makes it difficult up front.
Mm. It's a good bowler. The line and length is good. It's not unplayable, but it's difficult because of
Yeah.
the movement from the seam.
Oh, what a ball!
All there.
Hitting top of off and tumbling wickets. That's three down. And Dan has just taken his third wicket. Base in next. You're feeling right now you should be padding up, just regardless.
No, no, I'm quite comfortable with Big Nicky going in and Rian also already in, and Dwayne on his shoulders. So I'm sure they'll talk to one another, keep themselves focused.
But De Wit is looking much more comfortable. He looks like he's starting to find his feet now as well. Definitely hitting the ball a lot better than yesterday.
Yep. Yeah, we won't talk about the one. He's got enough flack about it.
But such a nice guy, you always see him with a smile on
He's
his
always
face.
got a smile on his face. Always, always. Oh, shot.
It's a great shot.
Yeah.
No run on it, but good straight bat. Negotiating the swing there. And that's the over. It's 7 for 3 after 6. Dan is going to bowl his 4th over now. Dan is currently standing on 3 overs, 1 maiden, 4 runs and 3 wickets with an economy of 1.33. That's really good stats.
Mm-hmm.
Against any international
Team,
team.
yeah, definitely.
Still having the 3 slips in there, so expecting a... Oh,
That was a beauty.
yeah.
It hit something there.
Well, if it wasn't for the top of off goal
Oh,
earlier, that most likely would have carried to ball of the day as
yeah.
well. But it's just ball.
He's got his line and length.
Let's be honest. The older you get, the more control you have over your.
You know, it's experience.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's got a lot of it. Can't be easy to bat now.
It seems like he was listening to us. His lengths are much fuller than what it was earlier.
Yeah.
But to be honest, you shouldn't be listening to me anyway. I'm not a pace bowler,
No.
so I shouldn't be the one giving any pace bowlers
But at
advice.
least we can see what's happening, and it's definitely working for him.
Hitting the Yorker again,
Mm-hmm.
really probing for another wicket, wanting to get that extra wicket.
Yeah, it's completely different to yesterday's approach to getting wickets, because he's actually showing a lot of experience, talent, and that he's out there to get the guys out. He's not
showing a
just
lot of
waiting.
intent.
He's not just waiting for us to make mistakes.
Yes. He's forcing the batsman to make mistakes. And that's pretty much what you need to do at this level. You need to force mistakes. You can't wait for the batsman to make mistakes. You can't just go in and bowl without a plan.
Mm-hmm.
And knowing your opposition helps a lot in that regard. But knowing especially when you're the captain, knowing your teammates' strengths and weaknesses helps you go into a game and prepare better.
No, exactly, because when I played for the national side, we had a lot more personnel management team and the guy that does the analytics. So you had time where you can study the opponents. We're in this situation, we don't have that luxury, so we have to get that on-field experience from the opposition. So, but none of us are complaining. We're loving this tour. We're loving the weather now. Today is a lot less humid, if I can put it like that, than yesterday. Holy moly, it was hot yesterday.
So Jakub Castle coming back now for his 4th over. He has 3 overs, 1 maiden, 3 runs, no wickets, going at 1 and over.
Oh, that's gone.
Umpire shaking his head.
I'm not in line. It looked gone from this end. It
Had
might
some
have gone
good-
down leg.
Had some good swing on it, but I
Okay.
think it swung with that swing. It might have actually pitched outside leg.
Ah, okay, I understand that.
that amount of swing and probably pitched outside leg. So you can see
He's
the
be
bowler
lucky, yeah.
asking the umpire what happened there.
Okay.
Maybe we can find out a little bit later from Mr. Castle what
Or we can see on
happened
the replay.
there. We wish we had a replay.
Well, later on, I saw yesterday's stuff. There's a few replays, not replays, highlights of all the wickets
Yeah.
and some of the balls that was bowled, random balls and stuff like that. So
Mm. Oh, you had a few jaffers as well, especially in your second set. We had some technical difficulties, and we are back. We've got one wicket again down. Mr. Castle just taking another swinging LBW wicket there. And welcome. Please introduce yourself.
Thanks for having me. I'm Wayne. Wayne Hendricks from the SA side. Yeah, good to see the boys picking up from where they left off yesterday. Yaku getting his first wicket today. Bowling to Dwayne Falloon. Oh, that's a close one again, and he's got him. Shame. Yeah, Dwayne's from Cape Town. We play a lot of cricket against each other, so Yaku's going to be very happy with that.
So was that a little bit of a local
Yeah.
banter?
I think back home, I think the situation dictates that Dwayne had to try and sort of play his way, just get himself in a bit. But usually that's that we're going to the boundary if you pitch it up. So Jaco said he's going to take a bit of a gamble and try and pitch it up to him.
So Namibia now 9 for 5 after 9.2. So the number 7 batsman coming in now, Abbas. He bowled quite well yesterday. Most of the team from Namibia didn't bat at all yesterday. Only lost 3 wickets. So this is different territory for them. But I'm pretty sure most of them are happy to get some bat in. But I think the conditions suit bowling a lot better than yesterday.
Yeah, I think it was definitely a good toss to win. Yeah, it was Warren's first toss that he won so far. We played the Oppenheimers we played a warm-up game against him on this Saturday, which was a great experience playing out there in Rykiesfontein. So today, yeah, it was a good one to win.
Keep going.
Yeah, so definitely think it's obviously a bit bowler friendly, overcast conditions, arriving at the ground, ball swinging, swinging a bit more than usual because of the overcast conditions, and yeah, Jakes is very good at that. I don't know if he's bowled the one that comes back in, but that's not his surprise ball. But yeah, good toss to win. Obviously, on a wicket, what was a little bit sticky this morning.
I didn't really see an in from him yet, but most of the bowling that he's been doing is a little bit of sidearm.
Yeah,
So it looks like he's looking for the outswing, mostly.
mostly, yeah, that's correct.
But he is bowling really well.
Yeah, he was man of the match yesterday. He took a fifer yesterday against him. Bowled really well. He was on a hat-trick yesterday. Unfortunately, his hat-trick ball, he decided to bowl a full toss outside off stump. So it's almost like hat-trick avoidance. So he had a few fines that he had to take for that.
Oh, so that's great. You
Yeah.
guys are having fines?
Yeah.
That's always...
Jack
you
is
have
our
to do
fines
that.
master as well. So he always finds his 5 litre, thanks to Devil's Peak, came in quite handy yesterday after the game. He's always a one that's keen for fines. Even if you go out for supper, you'll rally the troops and
Out of personal experience, you can't really go on tour without having fines.
Yeah.
I mean, it helps the team dynamic. It helps you grow together as a team, especially if you're from other provinces or even other clubs. I mean, it makes it a lot easier to want to fight for your teammate when you go into a fine session after your first game, especially.
yeah.
And then the next day go, yeah, I'm not gonna allow you to drink again for a mistake like that, or
Yeah.
just saying that to yourself.
You'll be surprised,
you.
Some guys enjoy finding themselves, especially if they start getting a bit thirsty. Yeah, so Daniel bowling at the moment, he plays his vets cricket at Cape Town Cricket Club. So yeah, we play together at Cape Town. He plays his league cricket for Bergfleet Cricket Club, and they've been promoted. They've been on an awesome journey at the club, and they've been promoted every season. They're in the 1C at the moment. He sort of leads the attack there. I'm sure he's missed. But yeah, very fit. I'm sure his other half is watching him from Scotland. Yeah, the other night I thought he was walking in his sleep, but he was actually appealing. So he loves bowling quick. I'm very happy that he's on my side. It's an unfortunate thing when we have to face him in the net. It's not very pleasant, but I suppose it helps us with our batting, being used to a bit of pace when we go out there.
I'd actually be interested into facing him. I love pace on the ball.
Yeah,
But most good batsmen
Yes.
do, right?
Yeah.
We all love pace on the ball, especially if you're from South Africa.
yeah,
We're so used to facing pace. Probably the biggest weakness in South African cricket for years now
Yeah.
is facing spin. But we also spoke about that yesterday with the Namibian guys.
yeah,
We were talking about Klaasen putting in the work
yeah.
to try and get him to improve himself, especially in the spin department. And then with that, improving his game so much that ended up scoring most of the runs of most out of any player, and that's pretty much how you have to play cricket if you want to play competitive.
Yes.
You need to look at your not just as yourself, but as the bigger weaknesses of the whole effect, and then try and work on that,
Yeah.
not just as a player, but as a team, and try and get through those
No,
as much as
definitely.
possible. So, can you tell me, is there anything that you guys had to work on the last while?
I think for most vets players coming to a tournament like this is fitness. So I think that's one thing we had to work on, and
Yeah.
a bit of diet. Um, so yeah, less carbs, more protein, so more bright time, I suppose. Um, yeah, I think it's just that, and also putting in some work, bit of extra training, just getting the eyes focused. This is definitely a level up from playing local vets cricket. You know, back home there's some really good cricketers playing, and we've got 20 teams playing in the vets league back home in Cape Town. We've got two groups. Yeah, it's growing. A lot of the vets cricket is definitely getting stronger. There's a lot of good players. Oi. Oh, leading edge, almost another one for Yaku. Yeah, so there's a lot of good vets cricket. So Premier League players that's on the brink of sort of retiring from Prem cricket, but who's turning 40. So those guys are starting to filter into the vets teams, which will just grow from strength to strength. So yeah, very fortunate to be here today and to represent South Africa, and I'm sure you'll see the next the next SA team will possibly be even stronger because every year there's new players that's sort of well, qualifying, if you can put it that.
Younger players that are coming into the game
Yes.
every single year.
Yeah.
Oh, but that's the thing though, and that's the biggest thing that players like yourself have to focus on if you want to make the selection for the South African squad the next time around.
Yeah, 100%.
Is that you have to work on your game as much as possible, as often as possible, because and it sounds ridiculous at our age,
Yeah.
coming into 40 or just going over
Are you
40.
40?
I am,
You 40?
yes.
Nice.
I
You look younger than 40.
Thank you. No, I just turned 40 in September.
Okay.
So yeah, I started playing vets here for Cineville.
Oh,
So
nice.
I'm a local boy,
I like that.
and I'm actually from Centurion, so where you guys are staying.
Okay. Nice.
So yeah, no, it's look, I've explained to a few of my mates
Oh,
that play club cricket, because I play a lot of cricket. I don't
okay.
just play club cricket, I play LMS, and I play as much
Okay.
as possible. So I also don't just play in the Titans Vets League. I play in the Lions Vets League, and I play in the Easterns Vets League as well.
Sure.
So hopefully next year I'll be making the Titan squad, because I'm hoping to make the Titan squad. Working hard. Obviously, the fitness regimens,
Yeah.
like you said, coming in, the that you have to do, and
Yes.
the criterias that you have to meet to be able to be just
Yeah. Yeah.
selected for the provincial sides, and that's not even the South African sides.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah. We had
most
to.
would say it's ridiculous, but
Yeah, I
it's
think it's necessary,
necessary.
definitely. I think it's yeah, we had to do a couple of fitness tests and skin folds and things like that. Um, yeah, but it's speed and agility work. It's also injury prevention. You know, you don't want to spend the money because it's just self-funded. Um, obviously the executives working hard on securing some sponsors, and I think us as players are um, very grateful for that. But part of that fitness, you don't want to be coming here and first or second ball you bowl, you snap your hamstring and then you're out. I
Mm.
think that's the worst thing. So try and stay fit. Guys are having some massages, getting to some ice baths and stuff after the game. It was very hot yesterday. I believe it was almost 40 degrees. Yeah. So we also were cooking there at Arini. Yeah. So Yaku plays for Durbanville Cricket Club. He still plays Premier League. Still one of the standout performers there. Um, yeah, very experienced. I'm not so sure if he's one of the most liked players, but I think it's more a case of because he's actually that good, and he usually backs up. Okay, we've got Lundi Mbana from Border. Yeah, it's awesome having him in the side. Ex uh, first class cricketer,
Yeah.
played for the Warriors
Oh,
back
nice.
home. Yeah, obviously Border. So he took 4 yesterday. I was fielding at mid-off when he was bowling. That was amazing to watch him with his skills. There we go.
And very good ball to
First one,
start
yeah.
with.
Good start by Lundy.
Hitting that off stump line very nicely. First ball up. I mean,
Yeah.
that's there must be a first class player if you start hitting lines like that very early.
Yeah, he's got a phenomenal slow ball. The first time I faced him actually in the nets, I didn't play against him in the IPTs. They were in a different group, but then I faced him in the nets when we arrived. We had a net session at Arini, and he bowled this ball at the back of his hand, and I thought it was a beamer coming at my head. But yeah, he really disguises it really well.
Arm action, everything,
Everything
same
same,
pace.
sure. I almost did my back on it, but then I realized it was actually dipping. So yeah, it made me look like a fool a bit. But yeah, he's a very skillful bowler. He took a 4 for yesterday. Yeah, it's amazing.
As you got a player who got a 5 and he got a 4 for. Who took the other wicket?
So it was unfortunate. Daniel took the fast bowler. Daniel took the first wicket, and then unfortunately, one of their batters, the left-hander, who was actually looking quite good, got himself in a bad position, and Daniel bowled him a short one and broke his hand.
Ooh.
Yeah, so it was a bit nasty. So yeah, potentially I think he's out for the rest of the tournament. So yeah, there were only 9 down, but yeah, you couldn't bat. Got him.
It's another wicket.
Well bowled there by Lundy. It's just basics, eh?
De Wit was looking much more informed than what he was yesterday. He lost his wicket very early.
Yeah.
But he looked a lot more comfortable today and now eventually lost his wicket.
I must say this cloud cover is also helping a bit. Guys seem to have a bit of a spring in their step. So I hope it doesn't rain. I think there's a bit of rain predicted later on, eh?
Later this afternoon, there was thunder showers predicted, but I don't. The way it's looking right now, it doesn't seem like that's gonna have any effect. Number 8 batsman coming in now.
Okay. Yeah.
Namibia 16 for 6 after 12.4.
So we haven't actually seen any spin. We've actually got, I think, 6 spinners in our side, spin bowlers. So none of us bowled yesterday, just because our seamers were doing the job, and I think the conditions today also, it's allowing the seamers to get stuck in again. Yeah, so there's actually 4 left-arm orthodox spinners in the side. Myself, Wani Williams. Then you've got Charles Groenewald, and then you have Nathan Jones from Eastern Province, and then we've got a very quality leg spinner plays for Boland Vets, Abdul, and then we've got Ditas, the offie from the Lions. So we're quite a well balanced side. We're missing 2 players, unfortunately. Carl Smith. I don't know if you know Carl, big hitter.
I've met Carl.
Yeah, so yeah, missing him. And then Johan Fourie.
Yeah, Johan Free. We both sponsored by the same sponsor.
Okay.
Yeah, we both with Stanford Cricket.
Okay. Yeah.
And I don't know if you guys know, but Stanford Cricket offered up full kit for the player of the tournament.
Oh, really? Yeah.
So
Sure.
something to play for
Yeah. Sure.
as individuals, obviously. And obviously, South Africa main team looking like one of the favorites to collect that prize.
Yeah.
So thank you to Stanford Cricket for offering us a sponsor for that. And oh, we've got Yaku Castle coming back now. He's bowling his 7th over.
Yeah. Quite fit individual.
I would expect South Africa to continue seam up until after 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
If all the wickets don't collapse.
Yeah.
The conditions are just suitable for seam at this stage.
Oof.
That's some good fielding.
That's Daniel there, yeah. Good fielding there by Daniel at mid wicket.
Very agile for his age.
I tell you, I said to him yesterday, because we roomed together, and I said to him yesterday, I was just watching him in the field as well. It's just, yeah, he's a real athlete. He loves his cricket. Daniel also is one of my head coaches at my academy. I've got an academy back in Cape Town,
Mm.
the All-Rounder Academy, and yeah, he's doing a good job there. And I think also it helps if you stay in the game, So he's always in the nets coaching.
Oh.
Oh, always definitely moving around.
Oh, what a run out.
Oh, there he goes.
The batsman not even attempting
Abdul,
to dive in.
direct hit.
Abdul, fantastic run out there by Abdul. Big smiles from that big boy. But what a attempt there.
In his slogging, but just looking to score.
Mm.
At the moment, they're sort of looking to survive.
There's a lot of gaps open in the field, but I think those are probably gaps that are placed availability for the
Yeah.
for the batsman to go and try play shots that are unnecessary. But Namibia not really looking like they want to play any.
There goes Yaku. There he starts. He likes to get into a contest, but a good forward defense, first ball by the batter. Let's have a look at this ball. Oh, there he goes. Okay, you'll have a few words again. He said one of the batters yesterday asked for guard, and while the umpire was trying to give him his guard, he said to me, "It doesn't matter where you bat, you're still going to get out." And he followed it up. The very first ball, he got him out. So anyway, he had quite a big celebration.
I'll be honest with you. Oh, great ball there. I love a good chirp when you walk in,
Yeah.
and the especially the bowler, if he starts telling you this is gonna happen.
Are you one of those players that you
I
like it?
feed off that
Okay.
because I'm one of those who believe that if the bowler starts chirping you, that makes me think that he's got something to lose,
Yes.
and he knows that I might be a threat to him.
True.
And
Yeah.
he's trying to get into my head, but I never let that get into my head. I'll talk about it always after the game.
Yeah.
Especially with the players, because I'm a friendly guy.
Yeah.
I'd like
Friendly giant.
Yeah, no, even if you play against me, I'll always try and make friends with you. So that's probably the wrong thing to do, but it's just how I am. So I'll get into a game and I'll try and make it friendly banter, and
Yeah.
I'll banter back.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing holding me back to go and say, well,
But that's the beauty of cricket, eh?
exactly.
You spend so much time out there. It's making friends, and it's also a game. I said to a parent the other day, also watching your own children play. It's a game of anxiety. If you got somebody out there, be it you're playing it over 2 weekends. But yeah, it's been great. This vets cricket, and it's definitely captured the guys' imagination again. And there's a lot of guys out here that wants to, still got goals and dreams, things to achieve.
I see. Oh, another wicket there.
Yeah, I didn't think the batter expected the
It had some
bouncer,
extra bounce.
a
Yeah.
bit of extra bounce, yeah.
Yeah.
But Lindy,
Well, you were talking about golf. I love golf myself, but if I had to decide which to play on a Sunday between cricket and golf, I'd be playing cricket. not
the
just
shorter
because
version, LMS.
not just because it's not just because uh, you it's a shorter game, especially when you play LMS on a Sunday.
Yeah,
It's a shorter game. It's only 2 hours and 15 minutes, and so, but it's not just that. It's when the thing is in golf, when you hit the ball, you have to go fetch it yourself.
yeah, true.
So, but in cricket, if you hit the ball,
Yeah.
someone else has to go fetch it.
Yeah, that's true. I'm just
So,
gonna go to the boys if you don't mind. Just wanna
no
have a
problem.
chat
We're
there.
gonna have a break.
Great.
We're having drinks.
Drinks, yeah. Awesome. Thank you.
See you guys later. So excuse the quietness. I'm alone again here. Most of the players are running around, getting ready, making themselves available. So South Africans in the outfield, making sure everyone gets some water and gets some Vita 24 to keep them boosted. No real foot movement there on the batsman. Also the bowler just hoping he does probe out that bat of his outside off. Sneak and Luddle, another little edge into the keeper's gloves. And obviously, as you can see on your screen, South Africa being really happy with their spell right now. The new bowler coming in. 18 Williams. Ruduan.
Yeah.
Ruduan Williams coming in to bowl his first over. Only 2 wickets left to go for Namibia. As you can see, Williams just placing his field exactly. Welcome back.
Thanks for having me.
Welcome back.
Thanks for having me. So Wani is my spin twin. Wani Williams plays his club cricket for Mitchell's Plain, and then he plays his vets cricket for Ottomans.
So, who's the oldest player in your squad? And who's the youngest?
Good question. The youngest one is Peter Boyson, the Marco Janssen in the side from Easterns. He's the youngest, and then by a few months, Buckley is the second youngest, and then the oldest is Warren Dugmore, our captain.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Peter Boyson is a mate of mine, and I've played just short of Peter Boyson there. And
bowled there by Wani. Not a great shot for the batter to try and work that against the spin.
but for that shot, you definitely need some more wrist action.
Yeah.
You want to place that either just in front of the player or over him, and the only way you're going to do that is getting some wrists through the ball.
Yeah.
Playing with very stiff wrists, trying to keep the ball out more than anything else. Good effort there by the fielder, but that will run down for 4. And I think that's the first boundary of the game.
Yeah, it's the first off the bat. I think there was 5 wides from Yaku. First one off the bat.
Well, I don't think Namibia is going to cry about wides at this stage. They'll take runs as they can get, which I'm pretty sure any team would be at this stage if they had this situation. But bringing in spin a little bit earlier than what I thought they would have. But not a bad option. You've got 8 down.
Yeah.
You gotta save your players for the rest of the tournament as much as you can, and putting on a spinner is the best way of going around that.
Yeah, I think we've got we have a lot of depth in our bowling. I think you're right. I think it's about managing Daniel and Yaku. We've got a rest day tomorrow, which is very welcomed. And I think good time to bowl Wani as a batting side at this point in time. Lundy bowling again, well bowled.
Good shape on that.
Yeah, I'll probably look to do the same. I probably look to attack. So it can be a really good time to bowl as a spinner because you want batters to look to score against you. You're always going to get a chance. That one of Wani's last ball of his over just past Lundy. It could have gone to hand. So yeah, the plan would have worked.
To me, the only reason why I would have thought being risky to put in a spinner is if you get it wrong, you get the batsman to get set much easier and much quicker. And playing playing positively on this deck helps you much more than just trying to negotiate the ball.
That's gone. Oh, sorry, I'm a little bit biased, yeah. It's just great ball. That's that slow ball I was talking about.
Yes.
That's the one, yeah.
And like we said earlier, the batsman playing with very stiff wrists, those types of accidental pops off the bat are going to happen. But
Tee off against the spin the next over. But one he's a clever bowler. He's been around. He's our I think he's the second oldest in our side between him and Warren. He might even be the oldest. I'm not sure. But yeah, one he's got a lot of experience. Played and played a lot of top level cricket.
so have you played any Premier League cricket?
Yeah, I'm originally from Port Elizabeth. Moved to Cape Town in 2006. Bowled Wani. I played for Cape Town Cricket Club, Premier League cricket, second oldest club in the country, behind the PE Cricket Club. There we go. Yeah, exactly. A bit of flight there by Wani, just above the eyes. And
Batsman slashing at that, trying to play it to the leg side.
he's a very clever operator. I think you'll see a bit of flight, slow bowling. See a ball go in the air just now. I bowled. I was fortunate enough to come to Club Champs in 2014. We actually played tucks at this very venue. We had the unfortunate thing of having Aiden Markram playing against us, which we actually managed to get him out quite cheaply for 48, if you can say cheaply, but it was definitely a very good 48. The next day we arrived back from our game at our hotel, and I saw him getting 220 against Pika. So we're quite fortunate it wasn't against us, but yeah, nice to be back here at Centerville again.
So talking about players that you've played against, obviously, like you said, now you've played against Aiden Markram. What other players and what player would you say is the best player you've ever played against, batsman and bowler?
Sure. It's quite a tricky one. Back in PE, there's a player called Nanti Hayward. And yeah, that's probably the quickest I've faced as a schoolboy cricketer. And then in Cape Town, I think the best that I've faced, or the quickest, is probably Francois Plaatjes in his heyday. He used to play for the Cobras. Unfortunately, I think he got a back injury and never really pushed on. But yeah, Francois Plaatjes is definitely the quickest in Cape Town. But obviously that's just skill and that's fear. That's more. I think skill-wise, yeah, there's batters that I've bowled to. I was fortunate to bowl to Dave Callan back in the day. He's a very good player of spin, and yeah, I think I haven't really played many games against I would say franchise or first class cricketers in Cape Town, just because they were mostly on duty. I would think Ashwell played in our side last year at IPTs. Ashville Prince, and then Dominic Teller, also definitely one of the best players around in his time. Old Cape Town, well, still at Cape Town Cricket Club. He's performing a coaching role at the club. Yeah, phenomenal talent. When I arrived in Cape Town in 2006, he was one of the players that, for me, definitely was a standout batter.
So, I've played baseball against Nanta.
Yeah.
I've played baseball against Nanta, yeah, in Pretoria.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he came in to play for Mandela Bay. So we were playing provincials against each other,
Sure.
and I had the opportunity of facing him as a pitcher, and
I just want to ask with your pitcher. He's got an
Yeah.
arm, man.
I smashed him. I smashed him for a big one. We actually played. I
I'm
played
sure you
a
had
club
a few
game on
words.
the field. Yeah, but listen, we were smashing those boys all over the place. Yeah, we had a really strong side.
Was that baseball, eh?
Yeah, baseball.
Baseball.
Yeah, and I was just talking about it this weekend because we played at the venue. We played club cricket at the venue where I smashed Mananta. And I actually showed the one guy where the ball landed because it's a cricket field. So if you look at this field,
Yeah.
the mound would be at around that area there.
Sure.
So and the there where that flag is where the
Sure.
the home plate would be, and the home run circle would be around where the fielder is standing there on the back. So
Yeah,
I
it's a
would,
big hit.
yeah, I smashed him. Uh, if you can see in the background there's a big tree right behind the batsman. I would have hit that in the tree.
So do you think it's about 100 meters?
No, I reckon this is about 120
Yo.
meters.
No, that's a big hit. I'm sure Nante had
Yeah.
a few words with you when that happened.
No, listen, we had a good laugh afterwards. He's a very nice guy. Yeah, I've never seen a chirp from him. Always had smiles from him.
Oh, he's definitely not like that in cricket.
Well, then he's
No.
definitely the opposite.
No, he's the opposite.
But I don't think he would have liked me at cricket either. So.
About
Oh.
yeah, Wani definitely giving it some flight there. Definitely, every time he throws it up, the batter's looking to play with some hard hands and looking to be more aggressive. We've got Bucks then at short cover for a reason.
If it looks like this. So would you say you play and you train a lot of cricket at home? And
Yeah.
obviously you guys only play in the summer.
Yeah, so it helps. Back home, I've got a indoor cricket centre, so we've got about 5 cricket lanes there and a cricket shop. And we sell SM. I don't know if you know the brand SM.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I've got the sole rights to SM in South Africa. It's quite new here. It's obviously been established for a long time in India since 1925. It's one of the fastest growing brands in the UK, and then they also they've got it in New Zealand and in the US, and also in Ireland and Nepal. So yeah, it helps that you've got an indoor center and sort of being around in that environment, with friends and other club guys. They come and train and eat balls. We've got bowling machines and so forth. So we basically train 12 months a year. And also being in that setting, I spoke to Brandon Buckley about it because he's also a coach and runs his academy. And it does help that you're in that environment, so you're throwing balls. And sometimes when you're coaching, you're also coaching yourself because you see things in your own game. So yeah, it does help.
So one thing I struggle with lately, because now I'm the senior in every team that I walk into. Usually the one guy going to the senior player in the team going, can you see anything that's different? Can you see? Because most of the time when I'm not feeling comfortable, you expect an older player to come to you and tell you this is what you're doing wrong, and so on. And now I'm that guy, and no one really talks to me when I'm doing something wrong. So that frustrates me because it doesn't help my game. But that's also why I love going on tournament with Peter Boyson.
Yes.
We've played tournaments together in Cape Town, especially as well, Western Province Cricket Club.
Oh yeah, the last man stands. What's the last man
Yes,
stands?
yes. We've played there a few times before in World Champs and so on, and every time we play together, he knows when I'm not feeling comfortable, and he will then immediately come to me and tell me this is what's going on, and that's what you miss as a now. But well, they haven't taken the wickets. As you can see, they're having conversations with the South African boys.
Yeah, I think Warren just pulled Timur Abdul Aziz to warm up. You'll hopefully get the first look at him, the leg spinner. Phenomenal skills. We actually bowled against Jock Rudolph on Saturday.
Oh yeah.
So when we played the Oppenheimer 11, and yeah, it was amazing. Daniel bowled quite well up front. We scored 254 against them. They were quite strong. Zander de Bruin, Jock Rudolph, Matthew Harris, Phil de Vet. So yeah, they had quite a decent side, and
You get any feedback from them?
yeah. So it was just to battle right, his knee.
That looked very awkward. I
Oh
think
no,
the knee's off.
no,
That's an off knee.
yeah, something's happened.
Oh, you
dislocated
can.
his leg.
He's dislocated his patella, I'm sure. I don't know if there's anyone who knows how to work it. Maybe I should go help.
Yeah, I need a medic.
I'll tell you now, I'm just doing the catch up.
No problem.
Met Afrika se jare uitgevaksineer. Maar sou dit wees dat jy besluit om te kom? Die meisies HRWS se kantoor het my gebel en gevra alle HRWS personeel wat die funksie kan bywoon, moet asseblief 'n swart hemp en 'n denim aantrek. Hulle wil so 'n bietjie hê ons moet uitstaan tussen die klomp mense. So 'n swart hemp en 'n denim. So ja, dit gaan jou kant van.
Is reg, dankie. Om as ek 'n kans kry om te gaan, sal ek definitief so maak. Maar ja, soos hom weet, ja, ek het die CCMA saak die Vrydag. Ja, so ek gaan kyk hoe vinnig ek dit kan klaarmaak. En dan ja, sal ek kyk of ek dit kan maak. Dankie oom. En dan ja, lekker dag verder.
Doesn't give me an option to let me hold this, giving me a power. So and the volume give it, right?
Ja.
Is your mic on?
Ja. Welcome back. South Africa is batting right now. My commentary buddy from yesterday, tore his MCL. His patella moved to the left of his left knee. So he's gonna be out for the rest of the tournament. And yeah, with Namibia only brought 13 players, it's going to be quite difficult for them to navigate their 12 players for the rest of the tournament. Hopefully, it is not that serious and he comes back. Welcome.
Special guest, yeah?
Welcome, guys. Welcome.
Thank you.
Only 30 runs to chase. Happy about that?
Are you happy? I've got Daniel Starr here, the opening bowler. Loves bowling quick.
The guy that we all saw opening up the first over, that we were talking about, hitting good lines and good lengths up front, sneaking some very good wickets there to the keeper and to the slip cordon. Was that the plan?
Yes, I think just keep it real simple. At the end of the day, I'm not going to try and move it, use the ball in these conditions because with the moisture in the air, with that new ball, it moves around. So just a little bit of intimidation tactics, a couple of short ones, and then just get it up there and nick them off and try and get the top of our stump.
So what you're saying, you actually tried to bowl to a plan?
That is correct, Wayne. Thank you.
Well done.
That was the question, wasn't it? Yeah, so no, that's a good tactic, I think, for any opening bowler in any side. Getting in the scare factor there, trying to get in some proper pace, which we don't really see at Vets. We don't see a lot of bowlers coming in bowling above 125. And when you do, that's the only time that you actually feel like you need a helmet. So explain to us, tell us more a bit about yourself.
Yeah, I mean, I just try and keep fit at the end of the day. I mean, I suppose I'm blessed to be able to still bowl reasonably quick. Not really, not really up there like I was when I was younger, but I've kept fit, kept strong. Um, Even when I sort of semi-retired, I was running half marathons and keeping fit. So, and I just love the game. I love playing cricket. It's been a passion of mine for as long as I can remember. That's a great
Oh,
shot.
great shot to go, Warren. Yeah, very good. That's his strength. Short ball. He's put them away a few times yesterday, and when we played the Oppenheimers, so yeah, it's definitely one of his go-to shots.
Yeah, it just tends to manipulate himself around the wicket, doesn't he? Good move over the
It's good
feet.
timing, eh? He doesn't really have much of a swing. It's
Yeah.
just times it.
To be fair, if you look at any left-handed batsman, ball it anywhere close to the hips is supposed to be gone. You know, they're so used to getting those, especially in the nets, that they get used to that type of bowling, and for them the easiest shot eventually starts to come the pull shot off the hips.
Yeah, both these two actually enjoy pace on it. So they're both natural openers.
Oh,
As you
it's a
can
bit
see
of a
there
freebie
again.
that was. Full toss on the legs. Still had to be put away, but well played by skipper.
Great shot again.
So most likely a win for you guys, for South Africa, and this would be pretty much your qualification into the final. Would that then maybe, do you think there would be a game plan change for tomorrow when you play against the other South African side?
I think that's a very good question. I don't think we'll tinker too much with our current game plan. Again, conditions probably play a part. We'll probably have a discussion tonight and then early tomorrow morning have a look at the pitch, whether it's still the old pitch that has been played on twice or if it's going to be a fresh wicket. So, yeah, I think as far as the team selection is concerned, a couple of headaches, I think. I'm glad I'm not the skipper.
Well, I would think that maybe the coach would go and play the players that haven't had a chance to play yet. I mean, how many players do you have in your squad?
Well, currently it's 13. We've got two guys that are injured, one that's pulled out. So pretty much at this point, everyone's had a run, just not everyone's had a bat and had a bowl, purely because we've got full bowlers who've been doing the job and our top six have done the job with the bat. So in that sense, I think it is tricky, but as long as we keep winning, I don't think we mind too much, eh?
So you think regardless of the outcome, tomorrow you decide to bat first just to get everyone to get in to try and see if you can't get up a proper score, regardless of what the conditions are.
Oh,
Maybe
top
playing in worse conditions would actually make it better for your team to maybe prepare for tournaments if you do have to lose the toss and play against a stronger side. You think that would be one of the results of, maybe that would be one of the thoughts?
Yeah, so what you're saying is try and make it hard for ourselves because at the moment it's been fairly clinical. We might try and do that, but then again, we don't want to tinker around too much with the winning formula. So I think keeping it simple, keeping our game plan simple, is going to be just key in going all the way through. We don't want to be beaten. So I don't think they'll change too much, to be honest. I think what you see is a team that is gelling, a team that is bonded, and that's been the difference because we are playing as a team. It's a bit of a brotherhood at the moment, so that's quite special.
So talking about brotherhoods, we had this discussion with the Namibian players yesterday when they played here. Any cliques in the squad, or is it pretty much a whole?
That's a very good question again. I think naturally the cliques form, but I would certainly say that we all get on well. We all joke, we all respect each other immensely. I think people who are like roommates together or in a particular house together tend to form a clique because they're there 24/7. They're eating together, they're sleeping together, they're sharing the same shower. So obviously cliques will form, but as a unifying factor, we generally have our dinners together, we train together, and we have our fines together. So
Well, that's the most important part of cricket,
Shot.
is having the fines.
yeah.
So it's a good shot again there. Is it Buckley?
Yep. We've been quite fortunate. We've got a very strong batting order. We bat down right to number 13. Daniel also bats, I would say, middle to lower order when he plays for his club side back in Cape Town. That's in the 1C. So, yeah, and at the moment, I think all fast bowlers enjoy giving it a bit of a whack. But Daniel's, he believes more of a stroke player. So
He believes.
he believes.
Uh,
I told him he should have
absolutely.
left his kit at home. He's not needing to bat. So, as you can see, that our batting is quite strong. Another good shot there by Bucks.
Buckley
he's-
not holding back.
Yeah, no,
He
he's
wants
not
to
strong.
finish off this game early. I think he wants to start fines a bit early today.
Oh, these two, Skipper and Bucks. Oh my goodness.
You got Van
What a
coming in
thought,
at 3.
yeah.
Van and
The-
1.
So you guys are opting for the, let's call it another sponsor here. You guys are opting for the Devil's Peak beers to have your fines.
Oh, I tell you what, that's a great beer. First Light, the lager, wonderful range of beers, and you can't go wrong. It's one of my favorite craft beers.
Light.
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 You're
I think it will be another
looking confused when he said the light beer.
light beer. Yeah,
I do prefer the lager.
But can't you see he's
Tapped
on a
into that
diet?
one.
yeah, he's
Yeah,
an
can't you
athlete.
see he's on a diet? He needs to drink the light beers.
Yeah, so we'll see. I think that's going to be quite a difficult one to decide. Who's going to be man of the match. Probably, yeah. You think Yaku? Between you and Yaku today?
Oh, you know,
Lindsay also took a few, but you took 3 up front.
yeah,
So it'll be interesting to see what the
I don't know what to
umpires
say.
decide.
No.
Well, we'll all
Great
share the
team
beer.
effort. Yeah. But it's a great team effort again.
Yeah.
Like I said earlier, absolutely clinical. We had plans, stuck to the plans. Yaku's very intelligent, so yeah, he was superb today again. Absolutely superb. And Lungi, my goodness, unlucky. Should have taken more wickets.
So South Africa only needing 6 more runs to win. That was a really quick innings. I see they got Joe Black as the retired knee injury player explained to me yesterday. They call him Joe Black. Coming into play. It's his first game. He didn't play yesterday. Starting off with a wide there. So going into this game, did you expect anything more or less than what you had so far today?
Yeah, we had discussions. We watched. Quite a few of us did some homework.
So everyone just clapping off the player that got injured. The ambulance coming in to fetch him. All the best. Such a nice guy. Had a conversation with him just as we are
Yeah.
sitting here today, and he didn't play yesterday, and eventually got his game today, and now obviously he's injured. And Namibia was obviously hoping to take him with to the World Cup. So big loss for Namibia.
Yeah.
And hopefully God will bless him with a very slight injury and not as big as what we all think it is.
Yeah, those knee injuries are quite serious. You don't want to play around with those at all. So, yeah, let's hope it's not as bad as we think.
Well,
Just
you-
to go back to your question, yeah, we did actually expect a lot more, considering that they batted so well against the South African Invitational side. A lot of us, including myself, did a little bit of homework, watched a lot of footage, and targeted certain players. So yeah, so what you saw today was just us being clinical in executing those plans, but we did expect more of dare I say it, a bit of a fight from them. But you know, like my dad always says, you're only as good as the opposition allow you to play, and we didn't allow them to play. So it was quite a simple game in that sense.
It was a totally different game to what the SA International team was. Obviously, they're number 3, as they call him, Knobs. You got his wicket. He was edged off to the keeper. Working the short ball to him, and as Namibia explained to me, he's happy with the short ball, being the Bavuma-esque Hobbit type of player that he is.
Yeah.
And you got him with a very decent ball, with a quite a really good ball, and I couldn't help but think. I think he was sitting here next to me, and we were talking about it, and it seemed like that was the plan towards his batsman, and it was brilliant. It's carried out very sufficiently. That would run down for 4,
That should be it.
and most likely the game. Yes, a wide 4. So that's the game, ladies and gentlemen. Any last words before we go?
No, I'm gonna go shake some hands.
Yeah, let's do it. Thanks.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Cheers, man.
Cheers, man.
Thank you.